Aries, welcome to your week ahead tarot scope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, this is the last few days where you can get the retrograde survival kit for half price versus $19.99 versus $39.99. So I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help us, you should I say, on your path to your highest vibrational good. So my dear Aries, this week when I went into my intuition to ask what your message was, what I actually saw was a staple gun. I'm not a very good artist, as I'm sure you've all noticed by now, so I didn't bother drawing it, but the message was really clear, and it was like, okay, so why are you showing me the staple gun? And I could see something, you know, once you put the staples into something, it stays where it is. Stick to it, right? Whatever it is that you're working on, whatever it is that you're working through, you need to be prepared to stick to it this week. It feels like, especially if you haven't seen it, check out the weekly general overview. It will make sense to you. You've got to stick to your guns this week, right? You have to stick to whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're working on or through, you have to see it through. This week you're going to have to just stick in, right? But stick to it, whatever that means to you. So your destiny card for the week ahead is the Wheel of Fortune, right? And the reason that you're being asked to stick to it is because if you walk away now, you'll miss the blessing or the synchronicity that's being lined up for it. Whatever that means to you, whatever you're doing in your life, if it's something to do with your work, your personal life, a job, your studies, something you're creating, if you walk away from it this week, you will probably miss, because the Wheel of Fortune is a blessing, right? And very often it's something that we've already earned. It's a synchronicity that shapes up, that ends up bringing us something awesome. It is the luck and the karma effectively that we have built up, making its way to us. If you don't stick to where you are at this week though, you will likely miss it. And that's the feeling that I get from it. It's like, stay where you are. Now, this week is not the time to walk away, because you will very likely miss what it is that is lined up or being lined up for you. All right, let's have a look, see at your direction. Let's give it some context. You got the Knight of Cups. There is an offer. There is an offer coming. It might be an offer of support. It could be an offer, a declaration of love. It could be for some of you that there is a promotion that's coming up, or you know, it could be all of the above. The thing is with the Knight of Cups is it's an offer. It's an opportunity that is given to you, that is brought to you. If you walk away now, right, and the fact that you've got this with the Wheel of Fortune, that's a blessing for sure. This is something that is going to be really beneficial and really life enhancing for you. If you walk away this week though, you'll miss it. It's almost like the reason you saw this is like, if you don't stick where you are, if you don't stick to it, it's like that. You know, have you ever seen the picture? There's two people digging in a hole, and one of them, like, there's like a whole stack of diamonds there, and then the other one's already got his diamond, and then the person that is looking at that and they're like, oh, you know, I still haven't got anywhere. Whereas if he just carried on that little bit longer, he would have found, you know, more than what this other person's got. It's kind of like saying this week, if you haven't seen the result that you want, it's so close that if you walk away now, you will probably kick yourself. All right, so your insight card for the week ahead, what is going on? And this week you get the Hermit card, right? So you got the Holly King in this, and the Holly King is a pagan figure, right? And he is the Lord of Winter effectively, but he's also the Lord of Wisdom. Whenever you get the Hermit card, you're being asked to go within. And it almost feels like there's something where you might be being hasty this week, and you might say to yourself, oh, you know what, I've done enough, I've had enough, I'm walking away. And your insight card is basically saying, just go within and ask yourself, because you don't have to take my word for it, you don't have to listen to anything I say, but you are being asked here by your own intuition, your own soul with the Hermit card. Go within and ask yourself, is now really that moment that you should walk away? Is now really that moment where you you should cut tails and cut ties and walk. It doesn't feel like it to me. And the Hermit card always says your intuition has a message for you, but you have to still yourself. You have to make yourself quiet enough for that message to come through. Going to be an interesting week for you guys for sure. Please, if it's not too personal, let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care. I'll see you soon.